Hi, it's Kevin. Welcome to Relationship Ready. Today we're going to talk about the love zone, not the friend zone. The friend zone takes you out of love and is a unbalanced relationship for attraction, but with good boundaries can work well. This is the love zone. The love zone is where you have love for each other, true love for each other, true affection for each other, true attraction for each other. But for some reason, you're not compatible. Something is not working. So we're going to talk about that today. We're going to define it. We're going to talk about the characteristics of it. We're going to talk how it impacts our relationships. And we're going to talk about what we can do about it. So, have you been in the love zone before? Is there someone who you love but just can't be together with? And they love you, but they can't be together with you too? That creates a sadness in relationship because you just can't figure it out. Maybe it's about travel, maybe it's about family values, maybe it's about parenting and different styles. But that's what continues to aggressively break down relationships, is trying to act on that love when the compatibility is not there. Because compatibility takes compromise. The love zone doesn't have a lot of compromise. The love zone is, this is my home, this is my family, this is my values, these are my goals. And if you get in the way of that, we're not compatible. But to get out of the love zone, number one tool, compromise. Not compromising your values, not compromising your essential parts of who you are, but compromising the things that aren't as important to you, but are important to the person you love. And how do you do that? Negotiation, communication, and identifying your family values, identifying your values of relationship values. Is it important to have trust and honesty? Everyone says so, but can you live in this relationship with not as much trust and not as much honesty? Because you get enough enjoyment and play and commitment and time and support towards your own goals in work and in life and in career and in moving towards the years where you want to be with someone and not be lonely. If you get enough of that stuff, can you compromise on some of the other stuff? Can you compromise on where you live? Can you compromise on how close you are to your family members? You can if you love someone enough and have affection and attraction. Because that's the work of love. That's not being stuck in the love zone. Being stuck in the love zone is going, I'm not compromising on this. I'm not going over to your families for dinner on Sundays ever. But we're together. Well, are you? You have love for each other. But if you're not spending the time together to be together, to work together on your relationships, to spend the time doing the important things the other one wants to do, then you're doing parallel lives and parallel relationships and stuck in a love zone. And how do you break it? Maybe you go to Sunday dinner once a month. Maybe you go hiking and never went hiking. Maybe you do move to that place, but you take the other things from your relationship about what you are passionate about, what your career is, how often your family visits, and compromise on those things. That's how you get out of the love zone. Don't lose the attraction. Don't lose the affection. But lose the rigid boundaries of being like, I cannot compromise on any of these things. Some of those are make or break it things. So the make or break it things you can't compromise on. And then you're just not compatible. And then the way to get out of the love zone is to separate, acknowledge the affection and the love for each other, but let it go to pursue other relationships where you could be compatible, where you could find the things that you need, where you are willing to compromise on certain things. There's lots of relationships that people say, I never want to get married. And then 6 months later, they're married. Is that because they didn't want to marry you? No, it's because they didn't want to compromise themselves on certain things that they would have to compromise to be with you. It might not be you, it might be parts of you, but it's really about them. It's really about not compromising on your full life. And love is a part of it. And moving out of the love zone is how you move on to be happier in your own life. Because if you're stuck in a love zone, you're always going to be in conflict, you're always going to be fighting, you're always going to be struggling. You're going to get love and affection too, and hang on to those things to be able to justify why you should stay in that relationship. But if they're built up resentment because you're in it, and frustration because you're in it, and you can't let that go, that's when the love zone ruins both of your lives. And you need to make a choice to compromise and let go of the things you resent, or to move on and see what kind of relationships you find somewhere else and change the relationship with you and with other people enough to find love somewhere else and find true affection and love, not getting stuck in the love zone. So what did we talk about today? We defined the love zone. We talked about how you're stuck in it and the need for compromise in it, and how you can move out of it either by letting go of the things you're not willing to compromise on without compromising yourself completely and being in that relationship, or by letting go of that relationship and looking for it someplace else, satisfying your own needs and looking for it in other relationships, which might make you more relationship ready. Thanks for watching.